Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom08, and this is episode 98 of my series in which I will try to collect 1 billion iron ingots. In today's episode, I am going to be adding some petroleum production to my system so that this system I built in the last episode will function quite a bit better. As you see right now, a lot of these are shut off, and that is because they do not have the required tectonic petroleum to actually process the iron ore. Now, this system has helped me push down my iron ore backlog a little bit, but the thing is, it's not operating as fast as it could be. It's not even close, to be honest. As we see, most of the time these magma crucibles are fallow, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to go to my, to my nuke tree farm. And here we are. We're going to build a little system over here to produce some more petroleum petrotheum dust. I'm confusing the names. We're gonna be producing this over here to be sent to that rig over at my main base, and then we can process more iron ore with that new rig. So here's how you produce petrotheum dust. Now we have a few issues here. First off, we're actually fairly low on clay. And that's kind of an easy fix here, because if we look at clay, there are a few different ways to make clay. You can use slag, dirt, and water. The thing is, I have about 10,000 dirt, but I have no dirt production right now, so that's kind of out. So let's scroll through. We could use a sludge boiler with my tree farm, and that would be a legitimate option. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to process the earthly comb that we get from a centrifugal separator, and we get clay from that. And we get the earthly comb from the rockin' princess, which also produces the petroleum dust. So we actually have a bunch of earthly comb right now, and we are producing quite a bit as well. As you see right here, the number's going up fairly fast. So we're going to be using that method to get clay. Now there are a few other things we need to do here. So let's go back to the petroleum dust. We need obsidian dust, and we need it actually twice here, because the secondary way to get basalt powder is through a fluid transposer, infusing obsidian dust with redstone, destabilized redstone, and then you can get basalt powder that way. So essentially, the best way I think of doing this will be to actually have two separate obsidian making rigs that then pulverize the obsidian, and then the pulverized obsidian on one leg of it gets infused with destabilized redstone, and then the other of it just comes to the crafting mechanism, and then we have this right here. So I looked before the episode, and I actually have only 3 channels to play with. So that seems like it could be a little tricky, but there's actually a fairly easy way to do this. And that will be using an ME interface. So with this interface here, we need to configure it to hold certain items for us. And first off, we need to set it up. Come on. So we need it to hold redstone. You know what? Let's just do the block of redstone, because that's what we're producing with our redstone ore right now. Let's see. Are there any super simple ways to get this? I was hoping there's like a pulverizing recipe. That seems completely overpowered. That seems completely overpowered as well. There's actually not, which is kind of strange, but that's actually fine. Huh. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just going to, we're just gonna have this pop in, and then we can use a crafter or something to get it to redstone dust. And then we need obsidian. Something to make obsidian, and that'll be pretty easy. We need our earthly comb. And what else will we need? Okay, so we can make the obsidian over here through making cobblestone. We have the redstone, and we actually have the clay through the earthly comb. So that's actually everything we'll need to be imported, I think. And for this, actually, there's a bunch of crap in my way. But if I do this, should be able to get over here. I shouldn't have done that. And let's put the interface. I'm actually not sure where I want this. Let's put it along the back wall in the middle, I think would be the best area for this. Because we will need to access it from several sides. And by putting it right here, we will have that option. Now, like I said, we need to configure this to hold some redstone and hold earthly comb, like so. And is that actually connected? It should be. Whoops. And then we need to connect our flux duct back up. And I know I have a couple spare channels there, so that should at some point recognize that we are connected. Let's throw that in there. So for right now, what we need to grab several things here. We need to grab crafters. No, actually, let's first set up our centrifugal separator. So let's grab one of these guys, and I think I'm only going to use one. Let's grab a resonance conversion kit, and let's just type in conversion kit. And some augments, if I can spell it right, to speed it up a little bit. And then we're going to need a lot of item duct here, so let's grab both versions. Let's grab the impulse item duct and the signalum plated variant. And then let's grab some servos as well. We're going to need some servos, I know that, so let's grab a bunch. So over here, let's set up our centrifugal separator something like this. And in the back and out to the left. Actually, hang on. We'll do... Okay, it doesn't separate primary from secondary. But what we can do is we can have... Actually, no. Let's go and out to the bottom and an out to the left. And in the bottom, we're actually going to have a black hole unit. And we need to see what we need here. Petrotheum. Because I forget what the secondary output here is. Or the primary output is magic wax. So do we have any magic wax? I'm pretty sure we do. Let's just look up wax. Magic wax. We have magic wax. So this down here will be for magic wax. And then to the left will be our clay. So I need stone. Let's do that. Cool. And let's hook it up with signalum plated impulse item duct here. Okay, this is working. That's fantastic. And then we need this right here. We need it to say whitelist, earthly comb, be always on. So now we should see some earthly comb trickle in there. And we just need to hook this up to some power. So for right now, let's grab a bunch of flux duct. And we'll probably change this a little bit afterwards. But for right now, we can just go ahead and do something like this. So now it should have power. It can be on its way and start doing things. We're gonna need some crafters next. So let's grab 10 of these. By my count, I think I need like 3 of them, but I'm not really sure. So why not just grab a bunch of them? And we see some clay, and it is not moving anywhere, which is fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tell my system to make a bunch of clay right now. And then I'm going to start on the other portion of this, because that's going to take a little while. Okay, so we need 2 cobblegen systems and 2 obsidian making systems. So for cobblegen, the easiest thing is the industrial foregoing stoneworks factory, I think. So let's grab a couple of these guys, and let's grab some speed upgrades as well. And by a couple, I mean a couple of each. And let's see here. Okay, so let's actually build middle out, because I need to know what I need to do with the redstone here. I think the redstone can go... Actually, I think what we can do is put a crafter here. We need to not have that connected. We need to pull these out. I totally forgot to upgrade this thing. So let's do that real fast. Okay, so that should work a little bit faster. Let's go ahead and throw this guy right here. So this will be for the making of the redstone, I believe, would be the best. So I need to transport the blocks of redstone here. And for that, we can... Actually, let's just go ahead and use this again. Grab a servo. Tell it to whitelist blocks of redstone and be always on. And then this recipe is pretty easy. Just throw that in there. Apply. Fantastic. And, ooh, I'm a little bit worried about that. Okay, so that should be an easy fix here. Because we'll need to transport this redstone into another crafter here, what I'm going to have to do is get some signalum plated impulse item duct and actually servo it out. But that's completely fine. That'll work perfect, because that also gets the power to the next crafter. Okay, so we don't want magic wax in here. What I need to do real fast is that. Because we have too much redstone in here. Okay, so what I want to do here is use the memory of this thing so that I can configure this how I want it. Okay, so if I hit remember there, it should not allow any wax in from here on out, which is fantastic. Let's get rid of the wax and the redstone here. Okay, so then I actually am going to have to tinker with that later, but for right now that'll be fine. Because this will be the final crafter for the Petrotheum Dust. And so we need our clay, obsidian, redstone, and so we'll need basalt powder and obsidian. And you know what? I'm gonna do this differently. I'm gonna take this crafter. I'm actually gonna put it right here. And that means what I can do is something like this. Which is fantastic. And actually, for right now, I'm going to actually have these off. Which actually, this one doesn't even need a servo. So I'm just going to pull that off. And that's because it's an auto output. Okay, so we need to start working over here. So on this back side, we will need to do something like this. But we need to cut off that and cut off that. Because this will be the input for the basalt powder and the obsidian dust. So let's see here. How do we want to do this? Let's actually see if we can get away with using only one material stoneworks factory. I think we should. Actually, I know we will be able to. I don't know why I'm even thinking should, but I know we will be able to, and that is because the Magma Crucible melts down cobblestone really, really slowly. And first off, we need power to this thing, so let's get some power. And there's no great way to make this look awesome, but that'll be fine. So we need this to be going to 2 Magma Crucibles here. So first off, I need 2 Magma Crucibles, so let's grab that one and this one. Let's get rid of some crap. Okay, no, I don't want that. And we need to disconnect this real fast. I need to input from the left, and it can be an auto input. Can we do that? Yes, we can. And then, are we sped up max we can? Yes. Okay, so the real bummer about this thing is it's just really, really slow. I might be able to speed that up, but we'll see. So the next thing is I need to pull out the cobblestone over here. Let's see. I keep forgetting exactly what I need to do here. So we need to make basalt powder over there, and that's just infusing the obsidian dust with redstone. Okay, so that actually is not too bad. So what we're going to do here is take some signalum plated impulse item duct, because we actually need the redstone that's coming out here. We need it to do something like so. We need it coming to a crafter. No, we don't. We need it coming to a fluid transposer. Nope, we need it coming to a magma crucible. And that will be an input. And that will need to output to a fluid transposer, which can be over there. And let's see if we can use this guy. It'll be in the back and out to the right. Let's see here. Why am I making this lava? Where's this lava supposed to be going that I didn't set it up right? It needs to go to a pulverizer. Okay, so this right here needs to go, because that needs to be a pulverizer. Whoops. And I think I'm gonna need, I know I'm gonna need 2 of these guys. So let's see here. This actually needs to be rotated. So in the left and out to the right should be alright. So our pulverizer should be able to go something like that. Oh my god, I'm missing like a million things here. Okay, to make obsidian, I need the lava and I need water into a fluid transposer. So let's grab another couple fluid transposers, because that means I need 2. Okay, so, and then I need aqueous accumulators as well. I'm gonna need some water buckets. Okay, so this will be something like, hang on. Oh my goodness. I'm not doing a great job with this. Okay, obsidian. I need it Igneous Extruder. I don't know why I'm thinking fluid transposer. Wait, what? What? I don't have these things automated? Are you kidding? Okay, so I'm going to go back to my main base real fast and automate that, and then I'm going to be right back. Okay, I'm back from my little adventure. I have automated Igneous Extruders, so let's grab 2 of those guys, and we need to set one of them up right here. I'm actually going to set it facing this fluid transposer. It needs to be in from that side and also in from the bottom, because our water will come from the bottom, and what we can do real fast is create that little watering hole. And we will do that with the Aqueous Accumulator. So 1 water bucket there, another here. And then there's our 2 water buckets back. And then our accumulator will go right there. And we need to grab some fluid duct real fast. And hopefully that should be enough. And we want obsidian. So now all this thing needs is a little bit of power, and that should do it. Okay, and so this obsidian should go over. It actually needs to be pulverized. And I think that is the output there. So here's the pulverizer. And in the back and out to the right. Once again, it also needs power. Okay, so the obsidian dust should be coming over here, and that's fantastic. Okay. Now we need to make more of this. So for right here, we need a Magma Crucible, and let's have it facing this direction. Needs to be in over there and out to the left. It can be auto input, and we need to give it some power. Is anything going on in the top? It is actually. But what we can do is that. Okay, so we got Magma Crucible, and that is basic. Is this one? I need a conversion kit real fast, and some augments to speed this one up. Okay, so she's sped up. Now we need this going into an Igneous Extruder again. In the back and out to the right, and also in the bottom, because once again we need water. Actually, how I'm going to do this is we're going to use this one right here. So we need some more fluid duct here, so let's grab that. We will not be needing the second accumulator there. And that needs to not connect. Okay, what do we have here? That also needs to not connect. Okay, so we have water, we have lava. Let's make obsidian. We need power. Here's the power. Let's stone cover this up. And then we need a pulverizer over here. I actually need to spin this guy around, so okay, you're on, that's why you won't spin. Okay, whatever. Like I said, I need to put this... Where the heck did it go? It's a Magma Crucible. I'm a moron. It's right here. Okay, so hopefully in the back... So I have obsidian coming over here, and that won't work either. Actually, it will if I use item duct. Maybe. Oh, I'm a moron. I have the fluid transposer right here. Okay, so it should be in the back and out to the left, at least if I have this configured right. And just for simplicity, let's do that. And let's actually do a lot more of that. Except I needed that. Because this is the redstone passage. Okay. So hopefully everything's still working. We have destabilized redstone here. That needs to go into a fluid transposer. And the obsidian needs to go into a pulverizer and then the fluid transposer. Okay, so this should work. In the left and out to the right. And then I need my fluid transposer. I thought I still had one. Apparently I don't. So let's grab that. Okay, so it should be into the left and in the back. Of course, we need to hook up power to both of these. Oh, shoot. I already have a fluid transposer here. I'm gonna move on. The Magma Crucible for that is right there. So I actually need to spin this around. Needs to be... I don't need to spin that around. Oh my goodness. Actually, I do. Okay, so it should be into the right, because that's where the Magma Crucible is on the far side of this. It should be into the back, and it should be out to the left. We'll need some item duct here. We can use the plain variety. So that should get our obsidian dust. We should see this start working. That should give us basalt powder. Or basalt powder. So we need to get this over to this guy over here. I think the easiest way to do that will be through some signal plated impulse item duct and just have it kind of climb this right here. Oh, whoops. Okay, so what we need is we need a space here so that we can input our dust and basalt powder here. Okay, we need to hit forget real fast. And then we hit remember. Okay, so now we need to set up the recipe. That's kind of one of the last things here. think it's something like this. So we hit apply. We should start seeing Petrotheum Dust. Okay, I think kind of the last thing here, or one of the last things, is obviously I need to get this back into the system, and that won't be too hard. What we can do is just get some more covered cable here with an import bus. Oh, whoops, wrong bus. And then just hook that up. I'm really good with aiming right now. Okay, so that should be fantastic. We need to restart this, or set it to be on. And then we need to see is there anything I can speed up? So obviously the Magma Crucibles I think are going to be just the limiting factors here. This fluid transposer looks like it could be sped up. Definitely could be sped up. So let's speed that up, and then I think we can call it good. So let's get a conversion kit again. And some augments. What else? Actually, I think the other Magma Crucible... Wait, why are you not cooking? I'm confused. It would be easier if I just did this. Pretty sure I had this working. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's because I have the redstone turned off. Okay, so yes, I can speed this up as well. So let's go ahead and speed this one up first. And that should kick her into high gear. And then once again, we'll need 4 more of these and a conversion kit. Unfortunately, this system is not nearly as fast as I was hoping. But it should actually produce a little Petrotheum Dust. A little more than we currently have. And it's kind of a nifty little system. It's very... It doesn't look great, but it should run alright. As we see here, we're getting a little Petrotheum Dust out of this, which is fine. Nothing major, but whatever. So, in today's episode, I built this system to kind of help with Petrotheum Dust production. It should do so. It definitely isn't like a godsend or anything. It will give me a little Petrotheum Dust. Nothing too much more than that. It should also be able to use the power, or some of the excess power from this gas turbine, which is fantastic because I'm still getting a pretty big surplus of ethanol from my system upstairs. So it's just kind of energy I had laying around. Why not use it? As of right now, I have 744 million iron ingots, which is pretty fantastic. We are practically 3/4 of the way to my goal of 1 billion iron ingots. Signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.